answer it?
No, this is your Q&A.
Why is it my Q&A?
I'm just kidding. This is our Q&A. So we've been together for 7.5 years. We met in 2014 when we were, you were 22 and I was 23, right?
I think so.
I think I just turned 23 when I met him in May of 2014. So we have been together our entire 20s pretty much. We're not sick of each other yet.
Sometimes we are.
Anyways, yeah, we definitely have our ups and downs here and there, but we made it past the 7-year. Is it the 7-year slump or is it the 7-year itch? What is that saying?
No idea.
Okay, whatever. We don't know. What's your favorite thing to do together? You have to go first because I answered the last one.
We used to enjoy going to music festivals together.
Yeah, before pre-COVID, we loved going to music festivals. We have Coachella tickets still for...
And the beach.
And we like going to the beach. I think my favorite thing that we do together when we travel. I feel like traveling's one of our favorite things to do together. We started traveling like right when we started dating. Because remember I met you? And then in September of that same year, we went to your uncle's house to San Francisco with your sister and Casey. So we had only known each other for like 4 months and we just like went on a trip to San Francisco together. That was really fun. So I think that sparked our like love for traveling. Well, you like to travel before we met, right?
Yes.
Well, you traveled your whole life. Your family traveled a lot.
Yes.
So I didn't really travel that much before we met. I like had never even been out of the US. So knowing that he liked traveling and he had just came back from a backpacking trip in Thailand for what, 3 months? 2 months?
No,
1
1
month.
month.
Okay. Before we met, and then I knew like as soon as I graduated from college, I wanted to travel. So we started doing that, which leads us perfectly into the next question. Favorite place you've traveled to together?
What do you think?
Okay, I'll go first because you answered the other question first. My favorite place that we've traveled together is when we went on our Europe trip. This was right before COVID in September, October of 2019. And we went on a 3-week Europe trip to Germany, France, Belgium, and the UK. So I had never been to Europe. Have you been to Europe?
No.
Okay, so that was both of our first times in Europe, so I feel like that made it like really special for us, and it was really fun. I love Europe so much. I want to go back. I can't wait to plan another trip there, but we had the best time. We ended it like visiting our friends in England, so it was really, really fun. We went to Oktoberfest, we went to Paris, and we got pickpocketed within the first 5 minutes of being there, which was actually kind of scary. And then we went to Bruges, this tiny little town in Belgium, which is so cute. We just had so much fun. I love like going and traveling to a city, and I cannot wait to go back. My next trip that I really want to go on is Italy, or I also want to go to Spain and Portugal. So those are on my list for like the next places I want to go. What's your favorite place that we've traveled to together? I think I know what you're gonna say.
Maybe Sydney, Australia, and Byron Bay.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna say Australia because that was our first big trip that we went on together. So that's where we went when I graduated, and it was so fun. We had the best time. We spent New Year's there actually. Was it 2016 into 2017, I think? I don't even remember. It feels so long ago. I think Sydney was definitely my favorite place that we went there because it is more like a city vibe, and I really like to visit cities. I feel like another place that was my favorite was New York, and it's my absolute favorite city to go to anyways. So I'm also excited to go back there. Why did you like Australia the most? What was your favorite part about it?
It was pretty clean.
That's it? You're just like, it was pretty clean?
Yeah.
That's the reason you liked it?
Yeah. It was clean. Everybody was nice.
Everyone was really nice there. Anytime we asked someone for directions or anything, like, they were so happy to stop and tell us where to go or recommend places to us. And then we also met another couple there that were still friends with to this day. And it was really funny how we met. It was on New Year's Eve, wasn't it?
Yes.
That we met them. So we were walking from the beach back to our Airbnb, and they just were like camping in their van, and they asked us if we wanted some of their, I think it was pasta that they made. I was just like, who are these people? Like, what is in this pasta? I don't know if I trust eating this food from these people. But we ended up going over there and talking to them, and they were actually from Sydney, and we were in Byron Bay at the time. And we met, and we ended up hanging out with them, and then they were going back home to Sydney the same time we were getting there, so they took us around Sydney, and it was so fun. And yeah, we're still friends with them to this day. So we haven't seen them since we were there, but we talk on Instagram and stuff all the time, and hopefully we'll see them again soon. Oh, and we even went to a music festival in Australia too, Falls Festival, which was really cool. Just like experiencing new things and new cultures and meeting people and trying the food. I think my favorite thing about traveling is going to really cute cafes and restaurants and coffee shops. What's your favorite thing about traveling? Like, why do you like to travel?
You basically just focus on just having fun and don't have to, I mean, I do sometimes, but have to work, but you can disconnect with what, you know, home and just focus on having fun and exploring.
Yeah.
Turn
You're
the
on
camera on.
What? Why?
Turn the camera.
We're in Vegas right now. Here we have Allegiant Stadium and Mandalay Bay and the Strip. Ryan always taking photos of everything in the car. He's actually really good at taking photos in the car, which I probably shouldn't advertise that you do that because you're driving and you're not supposed to be doing that. But somehow he's really good at getting like perfect photos when he's driving, and I can't do that. Anyways, I feel like we kind of went off subject there. Do you Okay, this is actually one of our friends, our good friends. He asked this question, so this is funny. Do you attribute the first date on my Duffy to the longevity/success of your relationship?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the only reason our relationship has lasted this long, thanks to your Duffy. Actually, that was when you asked me to be your girlfriend. Do you remember? Maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
We were wine drunk. We had only known each other for 2 months. So we met in May, and then he asked me to be his girlfriend in July. So, yes, to answer that question, we do attribute it to that because that was the start of it all. This question wasn't really asked, like how we met, but we met at I had just recently became single, like a month before that, and I was not looking for a relationship at all, and he was there, and he came up to me and asked me if I wanted to take a shot with him. Before he even introduced himself to me or anything. I don't even think I knew your name. And I was like, okay, who is this guy? Like, I guess I'll take a shot with you. And then we hung out, and then he tried to hang out with me the next weekend. I was like, I don't know about this guy. I ended up hanging out with him the next weekend, and then we hung out every weekend after that, and we've been together since then. All through our whole 20s. All the ups and downs that we have gotten through. What would you say? This wasn't a question either, I'm just asking it just because we talked about how long we've been together. What would you say the biggest thing that has kept us together through that many years?
What do you think?
I asked you first, you have to answer.
Not sure.
You're not sure. You can't think of anything?
Just gotta have a bad memory.
A bad memory? So you can forget about all the problems.
Short memory. I'm just kidding.
I think it's communication and letting go of, why do I lose my train of thought of what I wanted to say? Putting your pride aside. What do you think? Do you agree with that?
Yes. Or trying to understand how or why they're feeling this, the other person is feeling a certain way. Mm-hmm. And just being patient.
Mm-hmm. Patience is a big thing too. Yeah, because you can communicate and listen to someone, but not really try to understand where they're coming from. And I think that was a big thing that helped to us, was to understand why the other person was upset or feeling the way that they were feeling in that moment, and then that kind of helps you see it from their side, and you're able to get through like the problems together and have like a deep conversation about it. And you just learn more about that person, and the more that you communicate and the more that you learn about that person, the easier it is to approach challenges, I think. We are not perfect, by the way. We have a lot of disagreements like any normal couple, but I think the biggest thing is how you overcome them. That's all I have to say about that. Next question. Does Ryan support your influencer work / lifestyle? Most guys I'm dating don't. Okay, this is definitely a question for you.
I hate taking photos, and it's not very fun to do that. I think it's better that she focuses on things that she likes doing. The only way to get good at something is by spending 100% of your time on something. The way to increase your odds of success is to go all in and not have any backups. I think it's worth the risk for her to just do it. And her rent's still pretty low, so I charge her low rent. And to help her with the
so nice, you guys. He wasn't just like, yeah, you can just do this and quit your job. Like, it took a while of us talking about it to be comfortable with the fact of me quitting my 9-to-5 job and doing this full time. He is very like thorough with his decisions. He doesn't really go with the flow of like that kind of thing. Like, he's really, what am I trying to say? I'm just like distracted by
calculated.
Very calculated. So he goes through all of the scenarios before he makes a decision, which I think is good. But I'm like the opposite. I'm just like, okay, just go and do it. When he talked to some of my other friends who are also bloggers, influencers, whatever you want to call it, he saw like that they were able to make it their full-time job. So he was more open to the idea of it. She said most guys aren't okay with it.
Are okay or aren't?
They're not okay with it. I feel like she's dating guys and they just are just like, they're not into it that she does that. Like maybe just going on like first dates or something, or she's only gone on a couple dates with certain guys and they're just not supportive of it.
Well, then they don't.
They're not the right guy for you.
They're not the right guy. I don't like having to take photos and being on camera all the time.
Yeah, so I don't really know exactly like what they're not supportive of in terms of why they don't support that lifestyle. Maybe they don't want to take photos for you or something. They're not into that, or maybe they could be insecure about like their girlfriend or whatever being on social media.
Guys don't like taking uncalculated risk, and there's a lot of risk if there's no stability in a career. A guy's gonna think it's not safe to be with somebody that's not 100% self-sufficient.
I could see that. I mean,
so that's why they're probably not supporting, because they don't understand the actual earning potential of even somebody that has a somewhat of a small following.
Yeah, or maybe they just think there's like some kind of stigma behind like being an influencer. They think that there's really not much that goes into the job, like you're just taking photos or something, so they just don't understand what it is. I don't really know exactly, but yeah, that's a good insight, because obviously I don't think like a guy said I don't really know what they're thinking, but I honestly would hate it right now.
You just need to get paid on some collaborations and show them that you can actually make money doing it.
Prove them wrong.
If you're not showing them anything, then it's hard to, you're going to need to convince them, and maybe they aren't the right guy if you need to convince them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not super stable as well, so they need somebody else's income to help them.
That could be true. There are a lot of influencers out there though that support their boyfriends. We out here. Sugar mamas. Just kidding.
I'm waiting for that day.
I just think maybe if they're not supportive of that and they're not supporting something that you're super passionate about, then they're definitely not the right person for you. That's maybe a red flag. If that's something that's really important to you, then when you find the right guy, it'll also be important to them to see you happy.
Why is it facing so low?
I don't know. I think
it's just legitimately just on me all the way down here.
Well, I think the camera's moving, so I can't help it.
I don't want to be in the camera like that.
Okay, sorry. This is the story of my life, by the way. Dating someone that's in commercial real estate.
When is this?
The phone is always
when do
ringing.
they need the actual?
Okay, we had a brief intermission. We're ready to take a call. Like we always do on our retreat. He's always getting phone calls from work. The last time, remember, you were on the phone the whole time.
To Arizona.
Literally the whole time. We couldn't even listen to music because he was getting a phone call every like 5 minutes. It's good because doing so good at work, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
That's another thing I think is so important is to like talk up and be like so proud of and supportive of your partner. Alright, well we're gonna end this little mini couples Q&A here. I think that was fun. I like doing that. Did you like it?
My favorite thing to do.
Whenever I say something or do something that would make you mad or something that maybe would annoy you, I do because it makes them laugh. I think it's funny. Anyways, alright, I hope you guys liked that video, and if you did like it and you want me to do more videos like that with anything, let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel, like this video.